Ushna is the potency. Laghu Snigdha, we saw that Laghu and Snigdha are all the attributes of all the except Chitrak. Chitrak is only Ruksha, but all are Laghu and Snigdha. Here I have written Shita as I told that Bhuta is having Shita Guna or Shita Virya, and it's not living, it's Shita Virya. So Bhuta, though processed with chitrak or hot herbs like shunthi, chitrak, and pipali, etc., it's not living, it's shita quality. So we can get chitrak. It is said in Chakrapani Tika that chitrak जो है उसकी उष्ण गुण रुक्ष और उष्ण they are equally present, simultaneously present with the snigdha and shita qualities of Ghruta in when it is medicated with that. Doshagnata, Kafagna and Vatagna is there, Kapavata Vikar. Karma, Snehan, Deepan, Pachan, Grahi, Vatanuloman with Vibandagna. As I told you, it is Grahi and simultaneously it is Vibandagna. Both, though apparently are opposite, they are not like that. They have separate, they are not alike, they are different from each other. So before proceeding to understand about the diseases, Pandu, Arsha, etc., I will state something about Dadimadi Ghruta. Dadimadi Ghruta is because of all these specificities or distinctive properties of the ingredients. This Dadimadi Ghruta has become, or it is, you can say broader spectrum Ghruta or Deepaniya Ghruta, which can be used in many diseases and many variety of conditions, or it is versatile, you can say. बहुतों में मैच हो जाता है ये. So how we will see in the next slides. So first of all, I will see about Deepan and Pachana Sneha. This is Deepan. How much time we have still?
Hello.
Hello.
Madam,
how much
already
is
past
permitted?
20 minutes more.
So I should wind up in say 5-10 minutes or like that.
Yes, madam. Next 10 to 15 minutes, you can have more.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So Deepan and Pachana Sneha. This is Deepan and Pachan. Jatragni Deepan, Dhatuvagni Deepan. In Dhatuvagni Deepan, I can say that here in this slide we are talking about Deepan, general Deepan and Pachana Sneha, not particularly Dadimadi Ghruta. So what is the importance of how to understand Deepan and Pachana Sneha? There are various references of Deepan and Pachana Sneha. How it can be used in various conditions. So Deepan and Pachana Sneha. Deepan is Jatragni Deepan and Dhatuvagni Deepan. Deepan and Pachana Sneha are used for the doshas which are spread all over the body. सर्वदेह प्रवृसृतान सामान दोषान निहरित. सामदोष जो पूरे शरीर में फैल गए, you don't have to, you need not remove them, expel them immediately. So what should be done for them when samadoshas are there? This is important in understanding and Pandu and all the diseases. So लीनान धातुषु अनुक्लिष्टान फलादामाद रसानिव आश्रय से नाशाय देशुर्गुर निर्वात. If you try to remove them, you will harm the body. So पाचनैः दीपनैः स्नेहैः स्थान स्वेदैश्च परिष्कृतान् शोधयेत् शोधनैः काले यथा सन्नं यथा बलम्. So here it is important, the role of Pachana and Deepana Sneha is very important in the doshas, sama doshas which are spreading, which have been spread and clinging to various doshas in the body. So Pachan or Deepan Sneha जो है उनसे उनको पाचन करना है. You have to separate them from there and then you have to bring them to Koshtha and Yathasannam Vinirharet, and then you have to expel them out from the nearer um, you can say bahirmukha srotasa. Secondly, you can find the important role of Dipan and Pachana Sneha in Agni-mandya, various types of Agni-mandya. Agni-mandya caused by emaciation owing to Vyadhi. Kshinanam tu amayir Agni Deha Sanduk Kshanakshama. You can see that Kshina, Amaya se Kshina ho gaye hai. The person has become Krusha and Kshina because of any disease, owing to any disease. You can't immediately give Gruhana Chikitsa to such person. It's not so easy because it is said in Santarpana Patarpani Adhyaya that Krushasya hi Agnirapi Krusho Bhavati. The Krusha person, in a Krusha person or weak debilitated person, the Agni is also weak. Agni is also Krusha. So you can't immediately start all the Gruhana Chikitsa, which is mostly Guru by Guna. So it can't be given. So in such conditions, Dipan and Pachana Sneha, or especially Dipana Sneha, are very much helpful. Kshiranam tu amayahi Agni Deha Sandukshanakshama. So in such conditions, they tell that for such Kshina persons, Agni Sandukshana and Deha Sandukshana, the Sneha which give strength to Agni and which gives strength to the body, such Sneha, one single Sneha can also be used in such conditions which has Dipana function and also gives strength to the tissues also. Or two different snehas can also be used. In such conditions, Dadimadi Grita can be used for Kshina persons because of the Vyadhi, owing to Vyadhi. In Agnimandya caused by fasting, also they say that Sarpireva Agni Dipanam, जो उपवास के कारण, फास्टिंग के कारण जो अग्निमंद हुआ है, you have to give Yavagu, with Yavagu, you have to give Sneha, which is Dipana, which can do Dipana function for the Agnimandya because of fasting, Upavasacha Mandegno. Then in Agnimandya, in Grahani Chikitsa of Charak, they have told various types of Agnimandya and what you can do for that. So Samanavata Viloma, if the Samanavata has become Viloma, it's not Anuloma, it's not functioning properly. In those conditions also you can give Dipana Sneha, which Taya Samana, if you give Dipana Sneha, what happens? Taya Samana Prasanna Margamastita. Margamastita, that is, it becomes Anuloma. Samana ka Anuloman ho jata hai and it gives strength to the Agni. Agni hai Samipacharitvat Ashu Prakrute Balam. So Dipana Sneha ka role jo hai, wo bahut jagahon pe, it's very important. It's very important to understand that Sneha Meva Param Vidya Durbalanam Dipanam. Nalam Sneha Samigdasya Shamayanam Suguroti. Sneha jo hai, it's very helpful in, or it is the most important thing in Agni Dipana. Nalam Sneha Samigdasya, agar Sneha se if the digestive fire is enlightened, kindled with Sneha, it can digest very heavy food also. So Sneha processed with Dipana Dravyas, that is Dipana Sneha, is important in this context of Dadimadi Gruta. So Dadimadi Gruta, as I told you, is a versatile or a broad spectrum Gruta because it has such ingredients which can be used in various diseases and various conditions. It has no such ingredients, like we can say such ingredients such as Dipana Gruta. There are various Dipana Gruta, like Dadika Gruta in Gulma Chikitsa. It has Dadhi. So Dadhi can't be, the Gruta containing Dadhi can't be used everywhere. Like in Pandu, it can be used. But Dadimadi Gruta can be used in Gulma Chikitsa. Similarly, like Hingu Savarchala Gruta or Grutas which are told in Arsha Chikitsa, they are containing various types of Shara, they are containing various types of salts. They can't be used in Pandu, but this Dadimadi Gruta can be used in Gulma, can be used in Arsha for Deepana purpose. So this is a broad spectrum, versatile Deepana Gruta. Now we'll go just fast through the notable points of the diseases which are told in the efficacy of Dadimadi Gruta, and then we will go to the experiences which I want to share with you. So in Panduroga, notable points in Samprapti especially I have written here. I have incorporated. Dosha is Pitta dominant, Vata Prapop, Dusha is Rakta, Mausatvak, depletion of Rasa Rakta, Meda Oja is there. Dhatu Shaitili is there, Agnimande is there, Jatragni, Dhatvagni, especially Rasa Rakta, Medagni, Mausagni is depleted. Gulma, in notable points in Gulma are वृक्षत्व ऑफ महास्रोतस, महास्रोतस जो है वृक्ष हुआ होता है, काठिन्य हार्डनेस ऑफ महास्रोतस, अग्निमांद्य इज देयर. इन अर्श नोटेबल पॉइंट्स आर अग्निमांद्य, एक्सेसिव accumulation of मल, अपानवात vitiation, दूष्य आर मेदम, माउस एंड त्वक. In Arsha, when it becomes long standing, you can see that vitiation of all 5 types of vata happen. अपानवात प्रकोप हो गया तो उसके बाद समान उदान सब वात का प्रकोप हो जाता है, एंड दे आर गिविंग राइज टू वेरियस कंडीशंस व्हिच आर टोल्ड इन जातज अर्श आल्सो. सो विसिएशन ऑफ कफ एंड पित्त जो है, वात जो है वो उदीरण करते हैं कफ और पित्त का. सो यू कैन सी द वेरियस सिम्टम्स रिलेटेड टू कफ एंड पित्त एंड अफ्लिक्शन ऑफ ऑल 3 गुदवलीज. इन श्वास नोटेबल पॉइंट्स आर वात प्रकोप, कफ प्रकोप और कफ उदीरण. इन चरक इट इज टोल्ड कफ उदीरण. उद्भव इज आमाशय एंड दृष्टि ऑफ प्राणवह उदगम एंड नव स्रोतस. इन एज इट इज उद्भव स्थान इज आमाशय. आमाशय का जो चिकित्सा है दैट इज लंघन चिकित्सा, एंड लंघन इज दीपनम पाचनम क्षुत्रुड व्यायामात अपमारुता. सो क्षुत्रुड जैसे है वैसे दीपन स्नेह भी आमाशय की चिकित्सा हो सकती है. In Kas also, you can see that Dhatukshaya or Margavarodh is there, first of all. Then vitiation of Apanavat, vitiation of Udanavat is there. And this Udanavat does the Puran, fills the Uras, Kantha, Srotas and Shira. Lastly, we have seen in Dadimadi Gruta, the efficacy of the Dadimadi Gruta, that Vandhya and Dukha Prasavininam. It is good for Vandhya, it is helpful in Vandhya and Dukha Prasavininam. It gives, it is Putrada for Vandhya. So you have to see for Vataja Yoni Vapat, why there is Vandhyatva, infertility क्यों होती है. So infertility का reason it is told is Yoni Vyapat. So Yoni Vyapat, which Yoni Vyapat can be treated by Dadimadi Gruta, or Dadimadi Gruta can be the solution, can be the treatment of which Yoni Vyapada. Those I have incorporated here. So Vataja Yoni Vyapad, Udavartini Yoni Vyapad and Putragni Yoni Vyapad are the 3 Yoni Vyapad. In Vataja Yoni Vyapad, Vata vitiation is there. In Udavartini Yoni Vyapad, you can say that Udavartana of Raja, Udavartana is coming up of, it's not expelled out properly. The Raja is not expelled out properly. So there is Udavartini Yoni Vyapad. So in this Udavartini Yoni Vyapad also Dadimadi Gruta can be used. I have used it and I had good results in the infertility. And Putragni Yoni Vyapad, though not mentioned, it is Vataja, it is Vata dominant. So in this Yoni Vyapad you can use Dadimadi Gruta. So coming to some experiences about Dadimadi Gruta. I have used Dadimadi Gruta in Pandu itself also, and not only in Pandu, I have used it in Kamala, Rutapatha Kamala, Agnimandya or Vishamagni. You can use for a long time this Dadimadi Gruta in Vishamagni also. In Grahani, Amla Pitta, Adhavan, Shita Pitta or Otha. Pratishay with bilateral maxillary polyps, premenstrual syndromes, it helps a lot. Vandhyatva, infertility and Amavata Jiravastha. In various conditions, I have used this Dadimadi Gruta. So some experiences I would share in short. In Panduroga, I will share 3 to 4 cases in short time. Just a minute. So in Panduroga, there was a case of a woman, you can say a female patient, 35, approximately 35 years old. She had, when her marriage was fixed, I am talking about the reason. When her marriage was fixed, she was 65 kgs weight. But when uh, her father-in-law was teasing her or scolding her that she is overweight or obese than the bridegroom, so it will not look good, so she should lose weight. So she was very unhappy, she was she was depressed, and she started not eating food, and she did it for a long time, and she was 65 kg and she lost up to say 52 kgs. She lost 10 to 12 at least kgs of her weight. So this led to, you can say, Pandu, and you, in Pandu, Hetu of Pandu, Shokopahata Chetasam is the Hetu. She was always remaining depressed because of all this teasing of her father-in-law. So she had stopped eating whatever she needed, and she was always depressed. She was always sad, distressed. So this led her to this condition of Pandu, and it continued. So she was landing into Kamala also. When she came to my clinic, she presented with this Pandu, Amla Pitta. I am going to talk about Amla Pitta also. Amla Pitta, which Urodahar, Ullas, Shardi, Amla, Utiran, etc. was there. Always having Shirashul, Shwasakruchrata or Kshavathu in the early morning. And she was having little or slight yellow tinge, yellow shade in her eyes. Her bilirubin was slightly high. It was remaining slightly high for a long time till she came to my place, and she was being treated with by some Vaidya, and that Vaidya had suggested all the dry things, like she was eating cooked, only steamed vegetables, no oil, no ghee at all. So here it was Bala, in Pandurog you can say that Bala, Sneha, Kshaya is there. So she was having this Sneha Kshaya a lot. So first of all, what I started is Dadimati Ghuta for this person. She was having low digestive or Jatragni Mandi bhi tha. So I had started Dadimati Ghuta. No other medicines, lot of medicines were not given. So Dadimati Ghuta, and I had given for say 1 to 2 some years. I was keeping her main treatment was Dadimati Ghuta, Mahatikta Ghuta, and sometimes Kalyanaka Ghuta according to her condition and according to the Rutu. It was given, and after some days, as or the treatment, the bilirubin, every time her eyes were, for some years it was there, every time she was doing the same thing, and every time the yellowness of the eyes was there. She had also cholelithiasis, that is the gallstones also. So now she is in good condition. No, bilirubin is not at all high. The yellow tinge in her eyes is gone. She has gained weight. She is now at least 56 to 57 kgs. Now it's not going to be like 65 like before, but she has gained weight and she has good Agni now. So drying, when you say that loss of appetite or Pandu or Kamala, most of the times we see that many liver, you can say liver tonics are used, and these are used a lot. she was also taking some, I will not take the name of that tonic, but liver tonics, which are called as liver tonics, etc. They are given or they are prescribed a lot, and they create dryness. They already there is Balavarana Kshaya in the Pandurok, and you are creating more and more dryness in such patients. And in Pandurok Chikitsa, if you see that Charaks also in and Vagbhat also, they are not going directly to any kwath or medicines, or they are not going to start any loha kalpa, mandur vatak, and etc. Immediately. First of all, you can see that all sneha kalpana, that is Gruta kalpanas are there, and then we can see that all the other treatments are there, like Virechan and all the things. So it's very important to see to the snehakshay of the patient. Without addressing that, you can't go further in Pandurog and Kamala Chikitsa also. Second case was of Ruddhapatha Kamala. This female patient came to me. She was 42 years old when she came. She was having infertility, and she had taken, it was late marriage. She married at 38, 39 years of her age. And as it was late marriage, she was very eager to have conception. So she was taking 3 to 4 years. She had taken modern infertility treatment. And because of all this treatment and hormonal treatment, she had landed into menorrhagia, Rakta Pradar, and she presented to me with menorrhagia. It was a lot. It didn't stop at all. I was using many medicines that I will not go into details of that. But you have to admit some of your mistakes also. At some place or some point, I used Pushanu. It may be the cause, I think so. So it was someone you should be using very cautiously. In Raktarsha also, in Rakta Pradar also. So, but I had to use at some point Pushanu, and it was the thing that after that she had the symptoms of Ruddhapatha Kamala or Shakhashrita Kamala. So she came to me with yellow eyes, Mutra Pittata, Mala was Tilapishtanibha, she was describing. So first of all, I started all the Tikshna Chikitsa as mentioned in the Rudrapatha Kamala, like I used Hingashtak, Trikatu, Kulathayush, Mulakayush, etc. When the Purisha Piktaranjite, that is when the color of the Purisha was normal, then for 2-3 months, I had given nothing else. I started her Achapan of Gruta, Dadimadi Gruta. It was very less quantity. Her Agni was so little that she couldn't even digest 20 ml of Dadimadi Gruta. So first of all, I had to give 10 ml of Dadimadi Gruta. She used to digest it in 4 to 6 hours at least. She had to digest. She needed this much time. So it's so small quantity of Dadimadi Gruta was given. After that Dadimadi Gruta, when her जाठराग्नि प्रदीपित हो गया, तो उसके बाद मैंने महातिक्त घृत का अच्छपान शुरू किया. And when I saw that she is getting good sneha out of that, then I stopped this achapana, and then I started vicharana sneha. So I told her to mix the Dadimadi and Mahatikta with some food. So in the beginning, her all the bilirubin and HDPT was going high. So only with I want to emphasize that only with only Tapyadi was added. Tapyadi I was giving for Rakta Prasadam. So Tapyadi was only the medicine. So Dadimadi Gruta and Mahatikta Gruta. Only with these two things, these two Grutas, she was out of all this condition. So this is, I will discuss only 1-2 cases. Vandhyatva, infertility. As I told you about the Udavartini Yoni Vyapad. In this Udavartini, I had a very typical case of Udavartini Yoni Vyapad in my clinic. This lady presented, it was long back, actually in 2006 or 7 or like that. So this Udavartini Yoni Vyapad, you can see that रजक कृच्छ्रेण उदावृत्तम विमुंचति. सो रजक जो है वो कृच्छ्र से बाहर निकलता है. आणि आर्तवेसा विमुक्ते तु तत्क्षणम लभते सुखम. दिस वॉज व्हेरी टिपिकल. दिस इज स्टिल देयर समटाइम्स. आर्तवेसा विमुक्ते तु तत्क्षणम लभते सुखम रजसो गमनादूर्ध्वम नेयदावर्तिनी बुद्धि. So this lady was having symptoms like complaints, like she was having chhardi for the whole day before she had menses every month, and she used to have shwasa krushrata a lot, and she had habit of uh, vegadharan. In school days she had a habit of vegadharan, and because of this udavartana she had this because of this vegavidharana the vata prakopa was there, and udavarta or udavartini yanayapad was she was presented with. And in this case also I had used another things also, rasapachak, raktapachak, and laghumalini vasanta, and etc. All the other things were used. But when I started Dadimadi Grutha for this person, she had low digestive fire also, Agniman Nibitha. When I started Dadimadi Grutha, on the same menstrual cycle she conceived, because she also had taken for 1 to 2 years this IUI, and also everything was done on her, but she didn't conceive. And after Dadimadi Grutha was started, on the same menstrual cycle she conceived, and she is now having two kids. But afterwards it's very notable that she left my treatment, and for some years she was not coming to me. But because of this udavarta can be a cause of many diseases, Rajaekshma Kshaya also. Now she afterwards, I am not equating Rajaekshma with tuberculosis, but because of all these problems, it persisted, and then in 2012 or like that, she had this tuberculosis, and it was basically it was udavarta. And now I am treating this. I have treated this udavarta. She had recurrence of tuberculosis also, but it is now it's a different thing. But this is Vandhyatva infertility. I have this case of Udavarta and Mudravata Anulomana and Vandhyanamchi Putradam. In Amla Pitta also, I'll just say something about Amla Pitta. Amla Pitta is nothing different actually. Amla Pitta is Ajirana or Grahani dosh, Agni dosh. So in Amla Pitta, many cases of Amla Pitta, we see that we are giving many things like Amapachak Vati and Himvishtak and many things to digest the Ama, and Amla Pitta, Sudshekar, etc. are a lot of used, and some. But Amla Pitta, we should understand basically is Agni dosha or Grahani dosha, and in Grahani dosha or in Amla Pitta, it should be basically addressed. So Agni should be basically addressed. So Ajirana should be treated. So in Amla Pitta also, with other many treatments, I have used Dadimadi Grutha in very nicely. This Amla Pitta doesn't, like, in modern medicine they are using this antacids and all, and this pitta which is suppressed, it expresses in other way like potha, etc. and etc. But if you treat Amla Pitta properly with stabilizing Agni Deepan and Agni Sthirikaran. Agni Deepan अजीर्ण का नाश किया, अग्नि का दीपन किया, and अग्नि को स्थिर किया, तो अम्ल पित्त पुनः उत्पन्न नहीं होता. So I have many cases of Amla Pitta. Due to short of time, we can't discuss many things about it. So, in Pratishay with bilateral maxillary polyps, this is actually my case. I had a lot of Vataja Pratishay, or you can say Purushakshava, you can diagnose. But I developed my bilateral maxillary polyps. It was suggested that I should undergo a surgery, but I started with some Dadimadi Grutha Snehana, and after say 5 to 6 days of only Snehana with Dadimadi Grutha Shamana Sneha in 40 to 50 ml of quantity, for 1 to 2 years I was suffering from this, and I was not able to क्या कहते हैं, कफ को निकालते हैं नाक से, वो मैं कर नहीं पाती. I had no um, you can say strength to remove the cover which was obstructed. I was understanding that it is obstructed, it is still there everywhere, but I was not having that capacity, that strength to throw it out. So on the fifth or sixth day of this Shamana Sneha of Dadimadi Gutta, at one point in one good afternoon, all the Pita and Harita, etc. kapha which was accumulated for more than 1 year, it just it was expelled out. It came out and it was expelled out, and from that point I could remove that kapha. I had that strength in my throat and my nasopharynx, etc. to throw the kapha out. खकारते हैं ना, वो मेरी ताकत ही निकल गई थी. So this is what you can do with Snehana Chikitsa. So this is all from my side. Thank you for patient listening for so long.